Good evening, here are the headlines. After a difficult second album, Adele has really let herself go.
Scientists reveal Britain's homeless have suffered a 60% drop in taste since the financial crisis.
Following recent news of Paul McCartney's third marriage, Heather Mills looks to be dating again.
And in America, Democrats are definitely getting younger.
First up, controversy as the recent revelation broke that Amanda Knox, the US student previously convicted of murdering her English flatmate in Italy, who had her conviction reversed after an appeal, now turns out actually to be guilty.
Suspicions arose that the acquittal might possibly have been a mistake when Knox's first reaction after her release was to run very quickly to the nearest airport and catch the first flight to Mexico.
Behavioural experts said her actions could in some way be significant, but conclusive evidence came when Knox herself tweeted, "See, I knew I'd get away with it. Suckers, lol, lol, lol," adding a photograph of herself riding a donkey with a huge sombrero.
The CIA soon came to the conclusion that no innocent person would conceal her identity under such a large hat. The FBI analysed the two pieces of online evidence and after 3 weeks concluded that both the headline and the photo could be considered a confession.
A global outcry followed Knox's guilty tweet, resulting in one of Italy's top government officials admitting they were wrong in the following statement.
What a mistake of the maker!
Following the untimely death of Apple boss Steve Jobs earlier this month, reports indicate America is being gripped by a wave of inexplicable Apple product meltdowns, and it looks to be heading over here to the UK. The bizarre technical errors have been seen in every iPod, iPad, iPhone and iMac across the United States to shut down for exactly 60 seconds.
Apple have been quick to quash rumours that their artificial intelligence is so advanced that the gadgets are actually displaying what we humans call the sentient emotion of grief, whereby the gizmos are performing a minute's silence out of respect for the passing of their leader, the late Steve Jobs. And to get his reaction, newly appointed Apple CEO Tim Cook, yeah right it is, joins us in our California studio. So Tim, tell us, when do iDevices stop working?
When they lose their jobs, Dan.
Thank you, Tim.
I've got more.
What?
I've got more.
Go on then.
Steve Jobs really lived his life to the max. CS.
Shit.
Oh, wait. Police are holding an investigation. They say his death was suspicious. They're looking for an eyewitness.
Better.
Yeah.
Did you get that from the internet?
Yep.
Thanks, Tim. It says Hollywood. Why would it say Hollywood? It's Silicon Valley, surely. Anyway.
And now to the ongoing financial crisis. Quantitative easing. That's when the Bank of England produces extra money and injects it into the economy, giving the cities and businesses a much-needed boost. And what could be simpler? We don't have enough money, so we make some more. Genius.
Yes, well, this idea really has caught on, with record sales of a new home quantitative easing kits over from Japan. There we see how small and easy the device is to use. It retails at around £20, but don't worry, you'll make that back on the first roll easily. I can't believe this hasn't been done before. It is genius. We actually have a demonstration of one we tried in the office, as we can see there.
You really can't do that?
Of course you can.
No, seriously, it's illegal.
I very much doubt the Bank of England would do something illegal. There you have it. Forget Mr. Double Dip Recession and print your way to happy days. You can mail order your home quantitative easing kit online at www.
Honestly, even breaking counterfeiting laws, just showing.
No, I think it's all right. It's not like we're telling people at home to go and print their own money.
Moving swiftly on. And the Michael Jackson trial continues to be a thriller, as the defence for Conrad Murray, the late Michael Jackson's doctor, have brought in a surprising new witness.
O.J. Simpson was asked to take the stand, not because he had any new evidence relevant to the case, but so that the jury could take a good long look at what you can get away with in America and still receive an innocent verdict. Mr. Simpson was quoted as saying, "Now he didn't do near as much shit as me, and I got off, so if I got off, he sure as hell better."
The jury was said to have responded with slow nods, and one juror was heard to mutter, "That does make perfect sense." Hey students, worried about university fees? Then shake your moneymaker and lap dance your way to a debt-free degree. That's what the chairman of Spearmint Rhino's Gentlemen's Club has said. The controversial comments come as student fees escalate, posing the moral dilemma. Should our youth be turning to the sex industry to pay for their education? Dan has more.
Thanks, Faye. Joining me now is one student who is doing just that. We've disguised the identity of student X, as they're studying quite a prestigious law degree and understandably fears it may have a negative effect on their career. So student X, thanks for joining us, but let's start with that very point. Say you graduate, you get a high status job, you're on the board of directors, and you come face to face with a man who you know that you've gyrated your genitalia in his face for cash.
First of all, I put my main argument across, that being that I'm young, I'm a student, we all do crazy things when we're young, and yes, gyrating my genitalia in a man's face is probably one of the craziest things I've ever done, but if by having men shove £5 notes down my knickers, that means when I finish university, I'm not going to have 30 to 40 grand's worth of debt. That's a risk that's what I'm willing to take. And you mentioned that scenario, I could end up in a boardroom with these people, I could end up anywhere with these people. And it's not worth thinking about. I can't bear thinking about it sometimes, so I just take every day as it comes and I go from there.
And what do you say to these people that think it's a back door to the porn industry?
I tell them that they know nothing. I mean, my milkshake's been bringing the boys to the yards for years. Have you seen this? This is a Shakeaholic quality milkshake. Obviously it has. And when you look as good as I do, you do get offers, you do get extras. Some men put 20 down there and they think they deserve a finger up there, but I don't do that. I'm a professional. And the thing is, people talk about the moves like Jagger. If people could get past the stereotypes of strippers, they'd be saying that the moves like me and they'd be praised for what I do. It's not on. Strippers are professionals and it's not fair how we treat. Sobering
words there indeed. Well, thank you so much, Student X, for coming down. We know it's a bit of a risk, but don't worry, your secret is safe with us.
Do I just go then, do I? Oh, shit.
The latest on the August London riots saw Harry Potter actor Jamie Wailord arrested again, this time for his part in the widespread looting. CCTV footage of the 22-year-old actor showed him standing outside of a newsagent's in Tottenham. Wailord was said to have been waving a stick and screaming "Avada Kedavra" at a terrified elderly Jewish couple.
Wailord, who played Vincent Crabbe in the first 6 Harry Potter films, was written out of the final 2 movies following a drug-related conviction in 2009. Always contesting his innocence, Wailord claimed he grew the cannabis plants for Professor Snape's potion class. We now join Daniel Davids for more.
Jamie Wailord, can you tell us why you did it?
What? What? It's Voldemort, isn't it? He's coming back. Voldemort's coming back. It's going to kick off Big Star. That's why the riots happen, because of Voldemort. Not so much in the films, but in the books. It's all about the books, man. They wouldn't let you in the films, would they?
Yes. Witnesses say they spotted you outside Argos, waving your wand, shuffling your tarot cards and shouting at children. I've got your nose. Why was that, Jamie?
I'm a magician, and Voldemort's all about magic. Gotta represent him, man. You know, cause the chaos. Magic is mine.
So if you are a magician, Jamie, like you say you are, why not cast a spell, an invisibility spell, perhaps? Avoid being arrested.
Well, clever Dick, it's because I couldn't get the cloak off Harry/Dan, could I, on the day? My magic book's only got like card tricks in it, but I swear, look at me, I swear, I had some of them dung bombs, I had some of them Weasley things out of the 5th book, I would have used them.
Yeah, right. Daniel Davids, not the news
I'm
network.
a magician. I'll magic you right up there, son.
Next up, Brian Big Man Johnson, our hard-nosed investigative journalist, tackles another serious issue. Brian.
Thanks, Faye. I'm Brian Big Man Johnson, and I'm bringing you the hard news, the news that other networks are too scared to cover. And unlike the BBC, I'm not a pussy. I'm at the school of Timmy Timpson, a 13-year-old with a bright future ahead of him. Unfortunately, he committed one of the most violent acts known to mankind. He was in an exam hall, he ran out of time, he panicked, and then set off a series of elaborately placed explosives, killing absolutely everybody in the entire room. Now, other news stations will say that this massacre was due to psychological problems that the child was known to have. Well, I say, bah! Scapegoat, and I smell, moo, bullshit. This reporter has the real balls to tell you the real cause. Video games. That was the real cause of Billy turning into a psychopathic schoolboy. It was whilst he was playing Call of Battlefield Modern Assassin 2. All that blood and guts fried his little brain out, turned him into a mindless zombie. He couldn't tell the real world from the game world. He then proceeded to blow up his school with 1,000 pounds of plastic explosives. Parents, don't blame yourselves for your child's bad behaviour. Blame Nintendo. This reporter would like to say, let's ban this sick filth, because for Jonny and his little classmates, it's already game over. I'm Brian Big Man Johnson, and you've just been informed.
It's been revealed that the actual reason the Dalai Lama failed to attend Desmond Tutu's birthday celebrations in South Africa earlier on this month was not due to ill health as publicised.
A WikiLeaks report claims the trip was cancelled due to the Dalai Lama being banned from international air flight. The Buddhist leader's air travel was revoked after a drunk and disorderly charge following EasyJet flight B169 to Magaluf the previous month.
The report stated that the pair boarded the plane as part of an 18 to 30s holiday, then proceeded to drink heavily, goose the stewardess and use a tirade of obscene language and gestures. The drunken duo then forced their way into the cockpit, sat on the pilot's lap and said, "So, this is the cockpit and ha ha, you just said cockpit."
An emergency landing followed and the Tibetan spiritual leader was arrested by Spanish police after the hysterical 76-year-old spent 29 minutes running up and down the aisle screaming, "Crash this plane so I can be reincarnated as a bottle of blue WKD."
It has been reported that a number of nude photographs of ageing pop star Madonna were leaked onto the internet.
The pictures show the skeletal 53-year-old queen of pop wearing crotchless knickers, no bra and with no makeup.
The UN are calling this a global emergency, saying they'll do everything in their power to locate and destroy the photographs, adding it's in the interest of the international public's safety the images be wiped from existence before they can cause any wide-scale disaster.
A gypsy from Mansfield had the misfortune of looking directly at the terrifying images and was immediately turned to stone. A coffin dodger from Quebec who saw the images in a reflection of a spoon survived, but sustained irreversible neurological damage, saying, "I still hear the shrill nasal shrieks of a demented banshee singing Vogue. Every time I close my eyes, I see it, winking at me."
So please, if you have any information regarding these perilous pics, remember, do not look directly at them, especially her wizard sleeve, and alert the authorities immediately. Thank you. Scandal has struck the world's biggest media empire, as the CEO of Disney is currently being charged with a series of violent sex offences spanning 8 decades.
Yes, TV icon Michael Mouse, known to millions by the contraction Mickey, is said to have filmed thousands of acts of animal cruelty, the first being in the 1928 feature Steamboat Willie. David Daniels has more on this shocking story.
Now I'm joined here today by the former co-star of Michael Mickey Mouse, Mr. D. Duck. Now I understand this must be a harrowing and galling experience for you to have to recount, but could you please tell us about Steamboat Willie?
Well, Mickey always was a sicker son of a bitch, I tell you. He wanted the whole world to see that he was torturing us. He loved that shit. I tell you, he treated us like animals, like a common animals. The cat got it worse. He hated that cat. Payback for all the other masses. That's what Mickey said. I tell you, he got that sick son of a bitch. He swung that cat round by his tail. His tail. And then Mickey, he got that evil look in his eyes. You know, that really sick look in his eyes. And we begged him. We said it, no, Mickey, don't do it. But he went and done it anyway when I went all that shit about. I tell you, it wasn't a boat where they got the name Steamboat. Really? It was from his. No, man, I can't do it. The cat went and hung himself a month later. And a going insane!
I know it's hard for you, but please, you must tell the world what is a steamboat, Willie.
No, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. Don't make me, sir. Don't make me.
Daniel Davids for NTNN. Back to the studio.
And they showed the film to little kids. To the little kids!
And next we go to Rotherham, where Daniel Davids has this chilling report.
There's a Nissi ZRT refrigerator. A marvel of modern living. It chills, it refrigerates, it freezes. But it also murders. Yes, that's right, in a kitchen just like this one, 3 doors down, this exact model of fridge exploded, killing 3 of the residents inside. But fridges don't murder anyone, I hear you say. Try telling that to this man, Krispin Daniels. Sole survivor of the attack, please tell us your story.
Basically, there was 3 of us just sat in the corner having some tea, which was quite pleasant, and then just all of a sudden, BOOM! I mean, Dan was the first one to get it. The fridge door it literally just cut him in half. I mean, all he wanted was some petty faloo. He loved those pots of yogurty goodness. I instinctively dived for cover. Joe wasn't as lucky as a pepperoni spicy. It hit him in the face. Thankfully, it was just a flesh wound. I pulled him under the John Lewis collapsible desk, but as I did, the stray Yakult, it just cost me my hand. There was food everywhere. The entire place was like a slaughterhouse, especially when the ketchup hit the walls. Food rocketed past me. I just didn't know what to do, but we dug deep. Then it all went wrong. Paula came in the side door, and she's Joe's girlfriend. Just as the dairy products exploded like a mortar bomb. She's lactose intolerant, man. Lactose intolerant. So Joe, he jumped out from the breakfast table to save her, and I said, "No, leave her! Save yourself!" But it was too late. He dodged past a bottle of olives which came flying past his head. But it was the catering pack of Dairy Lee Lunchables. Just wiped them both out. There was nothing I could do. It should have been me. I was the one who sent Paula to get the bottle of Tixie Licks from Morrison's. It should have been me! It should have been me.
Fridges. Cold-hearted killers. David Daniels, NTNN, Rotherham.
And finally, a woman from Gateshead was in a critical condition last night after mistaking a tiny tortoise for a grape and choking on it. David Daniels has more.
You join me now in the home of Gladys Pushbroom from Gateshead, who was earlier today discharged from hospital after having her stomach pumped. Gladys, talk us through your ordeal.
Well, I was just watching the X Factor, I had me grapes. I love a good grape, And then I just popped one in my mouth and I was spluttering and coughing. It was terrifying, but it's definitely taught us a lesson. Taught us.
Well, I see it wasn't a turtle disaster then. Mine's better. Still on the grapes then, Gladys.
I am definitely on the grapes. Liz! It's happened again!
This is David Daniels for NTNN, some woman's house in Gateshead.
And now we send the news up to bed as we enter the entertainment part of the show for a hilarious look at the wackiest clips on the web this month. Seriously, these are brilliant. We just steal them from YouTube. It's free laughs. We don't even have to get permission. It's like printing money. Well, not that we'd condone anything illegal, but this bit of the show is entertainment, so the other rules don't apply. So I can say anything I want. I'll just say I was joking. So honestly, viewer, go crazy. Print money if you want. Get free content off the internet. Tag on a crappy punchline. It's what every other show does. Odd box. Now time for our first clip to the Madrid fashion show, where this not-so-supermodel just can't seem to stay on her feet. Honestly, it's piss funny. Let's watch the clip. No. There she is. There we go. Oh, look at that. Wobbly legs. Look. Oh. Go on. Go on. There. She's over. She's over. What an idiot. Oh, one more. Go on. Watch this. Watch. Bang. What a dumb bitch. I mean, honestly, who can't walk? Apart from the disableds. Now it's over to America to watch this daft yank try to perform the simple act of reporting live to millions of Americans. I mean, duh. So what she does, she stumbles. Play the clip.
CBS 2's Serene Branson is live at the Staples Center with highlights and backstage coverage we're seeing for the very first time. Serene.
Well, a very, very heavy debatation tonight. We had a very Darrison by, let's go to Terrace and look for the bit. They have the pit.
Seriously, what a retard. Actually, I think I heard that she had a stroke. Next up, you should see these two girls try to eat this cup of chocolate ice cream. Watch this. Just... No. It's not ice cream. Oh, Jesus. It's crashed.
And that's it from all of the NTNN team. Thank you for watching. Seriously, thank you. I know you probably don't believe me. You probably think, oh, she's just saying it. But honestly, I really do mean it. Sincerely and genuinely, thank you. Oh, haha, suckers.